Hi everyone, hope you're all well. In today's video we're going to talk about image and graphics and the best practice whenever you're using them for your website. Images are really important for your website because they make your website more visually appealing and engaging. They can help break up blocks of text and create a more attractive and balanced layout. Images can also help communication as it can communicate complex ideas and concepts quickly and effectively to your audience. They can convey emotions, illustrate examples, and demonstrate how to use a product or service. Images can also establish a website's branding and identity. The right images can convey the right tone and personality for the website and help make it more memorable. Images can also be optimized for search engines, helping to improve websites' visibility and search results as well. Properly optimized images can include alt text, file names, and other attributes that help search engines understand what the image is about. Images overall play a really crucial role in making a website more attractive, informative, and engaging for users. So, why is it important to follow best practice when getting imagery for your website? One reason is for legal compliance. So using images without the proper permission or license can result in copyright infringement and legal action. By following these rules, you can ensure that you are using images legally and can avoid any legal complication that might occur. High-level, relevant, quality, and accessible images can enhance the user experience on your website, and this can make your website more visually appealing, engaging, and informative. This can lead to a higher engagement, longer visit, and ultimately better conversion rates. And the consistent use of high-quality images that fit with your branding can help establish a strong and recognizable brand identity. This can make your website more memorable and help differentiate your products from competitors. And lastly, as I mentioned before, search engine optimization. So properly optimized images can help improve your website search engine rankings. By including the relevant alt text and descriptions, search engines can better understand the content of the image, leading to better visibility in search results. Following best practices when getting images for your website can help you avoid legal complications, enhance the user experience, establish a strong brand identity, and improve your search engine rankings as well. Some things that you want to consider when you are sourcing and adding images to your website. There's several best practices that you need to follow. One thing that you need to follow is that to make sure that you're using high quality images. They should be high resolution and good quality because low quality images can make a website look really unprofessional and unappealing. You want to ensure legal compliance as well, so make sure you have the right to use the image that you're choosing. This means obtaining permission from the owner or using images that are licensed for commercial use. You also want to make sure that your images are optimized for the web to ensure that they load quickly and don't slow down your site. This can be done by compressing the file size and choosing the right file format. You also want to be relevant, so choosing images that are relevant to the content of the website. You want to avoid using generic stock photos too much that don't add any value or relevance to the content. And make sure that you consider your branding. So ensure the images fit with the website's branding and the tone. Use consistent styles and colors to create a cohesive look and feel. And lastly, continuously test and adjust images on the website to ensure they are performing as expected. Use analytics to track engagement and make improvements where necessary. By following best practices, you can ensure that the images on your website are high quality, legal, accessible, relevant, and effective in engaging your audience. So where to find high quality images that are free to use, or at least free to use on the website, depending on permissions and things like that. One really good image platform website out there is Pexels. So it's a website that provides free stock photos and videos under the Creative Commons 0, so the CC0 license. This means that you can use the photos and videos for personal and commercial projects without attribution or any kind of payment. Pexels has a large library of high-quality images and videos, which are curated by a team of editors to ensure that only the best photos and videos are available on the site. You can search for photos and videos using keywords or browse through popular categories like nature, food, and technology. In addition to the free stock photos and videos, Pexels also offer a premium membership that provides access to even more photos and videos as well. They also have additional features like ad-free browsing and priority support. One thing that sets Pexels apart from other stock photo websites is their emphasis on diversity and inclusivity. They actively seek out and feature photos and videos that represent people from a wide range of backgrounds and cultures, which makes their library of images more representative and inclusive. It's a great resource for finding high-quality stock photos and videos that you can use for a wide range of projects without worrying about licensing fees or attribution requirements as well. So it's also good for small budget businesses or small to medium businesses that don't have a big budget for images, but they need high quality images for their website. The way Pexels works is that you just go onto the website and you're just using the search bar here, and you can decide if you want to look for photos or videos, and then you just type in what it is that you want to see and what kind of images, and you want to be as specific as possible. They have some suggestions as well, but you just type in what you want to, what kind of stock photos that you want, and you can see the type of stock photos that come up as well. If you go into the filters tab, you can decide if you want what kind of orientation that you want, what kind of size that you want, and the main colorway that you want as well for your photos. So for example, if you want a horizontal photo, you just click on that and decide maybe you want a medium photo, and you can see now the filters are working in the way that we have assigned, so we can get the exact kind of photo that we want. To download your image, you want to select the image that you want to download, so like this one for here, for example, and just click on it, and you can see the image in full. And what you want to do is go into the free download button. You can either click the free download button and it would download the image in its original format, or you can click on the little drop down and you can decide what size that you want to download the image from, either the original, large, medium, small, and they'll show the dimensions in grey just beside each of the sizes, and then or you can give a custom size as well. But once you select which size that you want, you just want to click on download selected size, and you can say the download pop up at the bottom there as well. Another website that you can use for free stock photos and videos is Unsplash. So it works pretty much the same as Pexels. So it has a large library of high quality images, which are curated by editors as well. Difference between Pexels and Unsplash is that their website is kind of categorized a lot easier than Pexels is. So Unsplash does make more use of the types of categories, and it makes it easier to kind of find what you're looking for. But it works the same way. You would just click into the search bar here and just type in what kind of image that you want, and again you want to be as specific as possible, and then it'll show you a bunch of the images that will kind of fit the description that you give. And then once you have decided on an image, you want to just click into the image itself and decide which size you want to download it as. You can either do small, medium, large, or the original size. Unlike Pexels though, you can't give your own custom size. So in Pexels we did see that you can give its own custom size, but with the Unsplash you can just pick from the standard sizing that they give. But then you just click on the size that you want, and again, just like Pexels, it just downloads into your download folder and ready for you to use as well. So as mentioned before, one of the best practices for using images on your site is to use high quality images, but also to make sure that they're actually optimized for web. And this is just to ensure that they load quickly and don't slow down the website. This is done by compressing the file size and choosing the right file format. So for example, JPG and PNG are really good choices for web. If your choice is between the two, use JPG for photos and PNG for logos. This is because JPG photos are better compressed and it loads faster, whereas PNG will retain more detail and allows for a transparent background. But it's basically ensuring that you're using the correct type of image on your website in order for it to load faster as well. And you also want to make sure that it's compressed so the actual image size isn't too big. The problem with using websites like Pexels and Unsplash is that the size of the photo that you end up downloading is quite bigger than what you would need on your website. So once you've downloaded those photos or any photos that you have, you want to make sure that you compress it. There's several ways that you do that. First up, you can use TinyPNG, which is a free PNG web compression tool. It's an online web tool, so you don't need to actually download anything, but it allows you to compress WebP, PNG, and JPEG files. It's really popular. It's been used by lots of people out there, and really easy to use as well. With TinyPNG, it is free up to 20 images, up to 5 MB each. So any images that are bigger than that, or if any more images, you will need to pay for it. But for small kind of projects, this is a really good tool to use. What you want to do is click into the drop file here, and you just want to drag on the images that you want to upload. And you can see it starts compressing the images, and it'll show you exactly how much data that they saved as well. So this image originally was 253 KB. It is now 130 KB, meaning about a 49% reduction. So you want to make sure that you're using tools like this to ensure that the image is as compressed as possible, because you don't want a high quality image as well. And what's really good about Tiny PNG is that they don't lose a lot of quality as well. So you're still getting a good quality image, but without the large file size and without slowing down your website as well. Another way to make sure that you're optimizing your images is to use descriptive file names. So using descriptive file names for your images that include relevant keywords can help your website search engine optimization, and it also helps to resize your image to the appropriate dimensions for your website, because large images can slow down your website, so make sure your images are no larger than actually necessary. Another way of optimizing your images is for SEO. So we mentioned before to use descriptive file names, but you also want to include something like alt text and descriptions. So include alt text and descriptions for your images to make them accessible to visually impaired users and improve your website search engine optimization. Last tip that you want to do to make sure that your images are optimized is use lazy loading techniques. So lazy loading techniques will help improve the loading time of your website. It's a technique where images are only loaded when they are needed rather than all at once when the page loads. By following all these tips, you can optimize your images for your website and improve the loading time and user experience for your visitor. When it comes to adding alt text, you want to add the alt text to the image source tag in the HTML code for the web page where the image is located. But a lot of website builders and content management systems like WordPress also have a built-in feature for adding alt text images, and this feature is usually located in the image upload or editing interface as well. So in terms of imagery on websites, there are lots of websites out there that makes good use of imagery on their website. For example, Apple. So Apple is known for its sleek and minimalist design, and its website is no exception. The website features really, really high quality images of all their products, which are used to kind of showcase their design and their features as well. With their use of imagery, a key aspect of their design strategy, as it's known for being clean, minimalist, and aesthetic, Apple use high quality product photos to showcase their products and highlight their design, features, and functionality. In addition to product photography, Apple also uses imagery to create a sense of lifestyle and aspiration. For example, if you go onto the Apple Watch page, the features of people using the watch, the features of the watch dials, and how people are interacting with the watches as well. In various settings like running, swimming, meditating, all these images are designed to create a sense of how the product can fit into a user's lifestyle, into their lifestyle, and into their daily activities. Their use of imagery also creates a sense of brand identity and consistency. The website features a lot of the consistent color palette and typography, which is used across all of their product pages and marketing materials. This creates a really cohesive and recognizable visual identity for the brand. Overall, Apple's use of imagery is a really key aspect of their minimalist design, but it highlights the design and functionality of their products. You also have Airbnb that make good use of their imagery and their design. Their website features really stunning images of properties and destinations around the world, and these images are used to create a sense of traveling, wanderlust, and inspire users to kind of book a trip using their platform. It's a key part of their marketing strategy, which is designed to create an emotional connection with their audience and inspire them to travel. The website features stunning images of properties and destinations around the world, which are used to create a sense of adventure within people and inspire them to book a trip. One of the key ways that Airbnb uses imagery on the website is to showcase the unique properties that are available for rent. The website features high-quality photos of properties which are often taken by professional photographers to showcase their designs, amenities, and their locations. And these images are designed to help users imagine themselves staying in that property and create that sense of anticipation and excitement as well. Airbnb also uses imagery to showcase the local culture and attractions in different destinations. So, for example, there's quite a few images that are designed of like local markets, landmarks, and festivals to give users a sense of what it's like to visit a particular destination. These images are designed to kind of create a sense of connection and understanding between travelers and the places that they are visiting. Overall, Airbnb's use of imagery is a key aspect of their marketing strategy, which is focused on creating an emotional connection with their audience and inspiring them to travel. The high-quality photography and focus on unique properties and local culture help to differentiate the brand from other travel companies and create a memorable and engaging user experience. Nike's website as well features bold and dynamic images of athletes and products. The images are used to inspire and motivate users to kind of push their limits and achieve all of their goals as well. And they also have really good big images of their products, which makes it easier for people to envision using them, wearing them, and just makes them look really good on the website as well. National Geographic's website is filled with breathtaking images of nature, wildlife, and cultures from around the world. These images are used to kind of tell stories and educate users about the world around them, so they make a really good use of all the images as well, and encourages people to kind of stay on the site longer and read a little bit more on their blog and things like that. As well as normal kind of stock images and photography images, using graphics on a website can be a really great way to enhance the user experience and communicate information in a really visual, appealing way. Graphics can include things like illustrations, charts, graphs, icons, and other types of visual elements that help to break up a text and convey information more effectively. Graphics can be particularly useful for presenting complex or abstract information like data or statistics. So for example, a chart or graph can help to illustrate trends or patterns in data that might be difficult to understand from a written description alone. Similarly, icons and illustrations can help to convey information quickly and clearly, making it easier for users to navigate and understand a website. In addition to enhancing the user experience, graphics can also help create a more memorable and engaging website. By using visually appealing graphics, a website can stand out from the competition and create a more engaging and fun user experience. But it's important to use graphics in moderation and ensure that they don't overwhelm the content or slow down the website's loading time. If you want to create custom graphics but don't have the skills or time to do it yourself, you can hire a graphic designer to create graphics for your website, and you can find graphic designers on freelance websites such as Upwork, Fiverr, or through referrals from other businesses or colleagues. It's also important to always check the licensing terms of any graphics that you use to ensure that the legal right to use them, you have the legal right to use them on your website. So some websites that make really good use of icons and graphics, one of them is MailChimp. So MailChimp is an email marketing platform that uses icons and graphics throughout their website to make it more engaging and visually appealing. So they use custom illustrations of a chimp in various poses to add personality to their branding. And they also use illustrations as well and icons throughout the website to illustrate the features and benefits of the product as well. And you can see they use both the real life kind of web images as well as like the icons and the illustrations as well. So it's a good balance of both, and it helps integrate and it helps break up the content and just makes it easier to read and just makes it a little bit more fun as well. So it's a really good example of a website using both icons, imagery, and illustrations as well to help bring a page more interesting and create more engagement on a website. Another example is Asana. So Asana is a project management tool that uses icons and graphics to make their website more user-friendly and visually appealing as well. For example, they use custom illustrations to showcase different features of a product, like product templates and things like that. They also use icons to kind of highlight key benefits of the product, like task tracking and team collaboration as well. So it's definitely something worth doing. So you can see with even the features, they use the icons to kind of separate out the list of features. It makes it easier to read and just makes it a bit more easier to process the content as well, because we can just categorize it by the icons as well. These are just a few examples of websites that make good use of icons and graphics by using custom illustrations and icons. These websites are able to create a unique and engaging user experience that sets them apart from their competitors. Overall, using custom graphics, custom imagery, even stock imagery really adds to the website. As we've seen though, the more personal your images are, so the less of the stock images that you use, the more it ties in with your branding, and the more emotion it kind of evokes from a user. Definitely use stock images where needed, as it's always better to use an image as opposed to leaving kind of like a blank space, but it's also good to kind of making sure that you use everything in moderation. Using images can help break apart text and just, help users digest the content a bit better, and using iconography and fun graphics like illustrations can help make the experience a little bit more enjoyable and keep users on their site a bit longer.